Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be a little bit of an uneventful video. I'm filming a get ready with me. I never in a million years thought I'd be filming one of these videos. I'm not big on makeup. I'm actually really bad at makeup and I don't have the most extravagant skincare routine, but I'll just be talking about some of the products that I use in my day-to-day life, and towards the end of the video I'm going to be talking about some pretty personal things, my mental health struggles, what I do to self-reflect, some books that I've read, and some other topics. So I hope you guys stay tuned for the video, and I hope life is being kind to you today. Love you guys. Bye. So this is the 100th time I really try to film this video, and I know I've said that in a lot of my other videos, but I'm not lying. Yesterday I tried to film this video and my camera died. The amount of videos that I have tried to film with my camera dying is insane. So I went to Best Buy and I got another battery and I ordered 2 other ones on Amazon because I'm not dealing with my camera dying. It is the most annoying thing ever, especially when you have found good lighting. I have a ring light, but the lighting just isn't the same as natural light. Hence why I'm in front of my bed. I'll start out with my basic skincare. I'm gonna just try to go really fast over this stuff. I started using this micellar foaming cleanser 2 years ago when I got my lashes done for the first time. For my lashes, I just would foam it up and clean my lashes, and I didn't really use a face wash. I'm like, I'm gonna start using this as my face wash. And when I tell you it works wonders for your face, I definitely recommend you buy it. And then I also have this toner from The Ordinary. I know The Ordinary, some people love it, some people hate it. And then I have this oil-free moisturizer. I have oily skin. That combo has helped me tremendously. I'm gonna go ahead and prime with this Optical Illusion Primer by Urban Decay. I'm honestly terrible at makeup. I bought a ton of makeup a few years ago just to try to get good at it, because I've always wanted to like be good at hair and makeup and stuff, but I barely even brush my hair. Like, it's very difficult for me to care or try hard enough. I don't know, I tried, I practiced, it's not my niche. So don't listen to me on any makeup advice because it's probably bad. I'm still the type of person that has to redraw my eyeliner like 5 times. So yeah, I prime with that. I've been using the same foundation for, I don't know, since 2016. My best friend Nisha recommended it, and she was spot on with matching my color because I've been the same shade since. I'm buff beige, and I bought this sun beige just because I moved to Phoenix recently and the sun is really powerful here. But yeah, I've been using the same products for a very, very long time, and they must be really good since they're still on the market. Thank you, Nisha, for helping me find the foundation I'll probably use for the rest of my life. It's like those ads for that foundation company that's like, oh my god, it fits perfect, because this really does match me perfect. It's kind of insane. I don't use a lot because I don't want to look cakey out in the sun. So I just kind of do it just to give my skin a little even tone. As you can see, I didn't put a lot. It just kind of made my skin look like one color. I freaking love this foundation. I'm honestly kind of glad that my camera died yesterday, because even though it was a struggle and I have to refilm this video, Taylor and I had such a good day. The only Best Buy, well, there's only 3 Best Buys in Arizona that had an extra battery for the Canon EOS M50, and one of them was in North Scottsdale. So we're like, well, we're already gonna go out there, might as well like watch a movie and go to dinner. So we went to go see A Quiet Place. Wow, it was freaking amazing. I'm gonna be super small town girl right now, but their Harkins sold burgers and they had a bar in their Harkins. I'm screaming, I'm sorry. I was so excited. I was in there like, oh my god. I will always take a blanket whenever I go to the movies because I get cold and I'm trying to, you know, be comfortable. Why not? I'm in there with my blanket screaming because I'm like, there's a bar, there's burgers. And everyone was like, she's not from here. And I'm like, no, I'm not. This is magical. If I lived anywhere near North Scottsdale, you bet my ass Harkins would be the hangout spot, bro. I would live at Harkins. Who cares about anything else? I would be a regular at the Harkins. Sorry wait for me getting so excited. I'm just putting translucent powder all over my face. I think this is a Too Faced translucent powder. Oh my god, I was so excited. But then we ended up going to eat at the Persian Room. Persian Room was this restaurant that my friend Denise, my old coworker, recommended. I've never tried Persian food, so I'm like, hey, it's literally right next to the Harkins and the Best Buy. Why not? Let's try it. I'm contouring my face with this Anastasia contour kit. I just tap it on my face. Persian food was good. It was different. This mirror, you want a little Inception moment? My brother got me this mirror for Christmas. Thank you, Mikey. I love it. It lights up. I just barely put any. And then I don't know how to contour my nose, so I kind of just pretend that I'm contouring my nose. Might make it worse, but I don't care. It makes me feel better pretending that I know how to contour my nose. Oh, my eyebrows. I did get my brows done, but I still like to go in with a little bit more color. There is like a thing that you can do that's like ombreing your eyebrows. I got them microbladed, but if you ombre them, it gives them more of that shaded color that looks like whenever you color them in. I really don't do much. I kind of just do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if there's even a difference, but I don't have concealer. I don't do concealer. I never got into concealer. I should. If you have a good one, comment down below what you use. I did just get my lashes done, and then I just use this Victoria's Secret Minty lip gloss. I have another one that's like a lip plumper, but I really shouldn't be putting anything on my lip right now because it's still in the healing process of my dog biting me, but I feel like I look like I have a big cold sore, so I kind of just mask it with some lip gloss. And it helps. I do try to do some eyeliner, brown eyeliner instead of black, because black is really harsh. And since I really don't wear a lot of makeup, I kind of just put a little line. See, I just put a tiny little line, literally like the tiniest little thing. Just so when I smile, it just like, it's in the wrinkles in my eyes. I don't really know how to do eyeliner. I don't put a lot of eyeliner on. Oh, I'm also really big into the Victoria's Secret rollers. That's one thing I collect is rollers from Victoria's Secret, perfume rollers. I have so many of them, more than I will ever go through, but I'm obsessed with them. This one's Bombshell Wildflower. It smells great. Fun secret. 5 years into my relationship, I'll still put some on before I like get into bed, so when Taylor snuggles me, he's like, you smell so good. Never let your relationship get boring, you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I almost forgot. So I also use this Chi Silk Infusion stuff for my hair. You seriously put the tiniest amount and just spread it in your hand and put it in your hair. My hair gets really dry at the bottom, and I'm not one that frequently cuts my hair. I actually never cut my hair. The last time I cut my hair, Taylor cut it. I bought some scissors at Sally's, and it's all messed up from that, but I just don't like to cut my hair. My friend Tanner had told me a while ago that his hair is his memories growing out of his head, so he didn't want to cut off his memories, and ever since then I thought that was the cutest thing in the world. I'm like, I don't want to cut any of my memories off. I'm gonna tell my kids that because that's just the cutest thing ever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just my fuzz, so weird. If you guys have stayed through this entire video, we're about to get deep. But really, we're about to get deep. I'm gonna pull out the self-reflection book. Annie had bought this for my birthday a while ago, and it's freaking amazing. I had to get a little more comfortable. I started writing in this book last year before I moved to Phoenix, and I was in a really, really dark place. When I tell you I woke up every single day and just wanted to die, all I think about was wanting to kill myself every day from the moment I woke up to the moment I slept. Every single second I'm like, when will I do it? How will I do it? How all this stuff, and it was just awful. It was like the worst mindset. I had crippling anxiety. I didn't want to hang out with anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to do anything. and I was in and out of therapy and it was awful. So I started writing in this book and we moved, packed it away. We moved to Phoenix and then I just put it on my bookshelf and completely forgot about it. And recently I sold one of my bookshelves. I found it as I was taking stuff off of it, and I was rereading my old passages from years ago, and it was heartbreaking, you guys. It was so heartbreaking. The person that I was then is just like, it's hard for me to even remember or relate. It's just insane how depressed and anxious I was. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about mental illness, because I know I may seem like the happiest girl in the world on my social media and so nice and all this stuff, but like, I have my struggles too. I'm sure you guys know, you're close to me. Awful time in my life. So if you guys are going through that, I promise you guys it's not forever. You really just have to work at it. And that's what we're gonna talk about today, and how I did that. Your journey on self-reflecting. You have to figure out what is preventing you from being the best you that you can be. And one thing I learned from this book was a lot of the questions that you should ask yourself: what's preventing you from being the best friend, girlfriend, daughter, like everything, person for yourself. A lot of the things that you answer right away are very superficial. It's kind of like, what are you grateful for? The things that first come to mind are just kind of like what we're, I don't want to say trained, but yeah, trained to like say, I'm thankful for, you know, my job, or, you know, my car, all this stuff. But you really should ponder questions like that for a while. And after a few weeks, the things that come to mind after you've listed all the superficial things down are actually tapping into your subconscious a little. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I've realized that really helps, is finding a good question to ask yourself and then answering it every single day, writing all those things down. And then at the very end of the week or 2 weeks or however long you choose to ponder on it is like what you really are struggling with. Definitely recommend you guys do that, because that helped me a lot. I think a big one too was getting in control over my own emotions, because it's so hard when you let other people control your emotions for you. If somebody is able to piss you off or is making you really happy, and without them you would feel really sad, or whatever it is that you're thinking, those people have control over you, and you want to have control over yourself. You don't want to give anyone the opportunity to have control over you. So I know it's going to come off a little cold-hearted. I'll try to link the fuck budget video somewhere about this lady and her TED Talk. That's a big one, is just like knowing where to allocate your time, your energy, and your money and your emotions. As crazy as it is for me to say, but if my family were to just like disown me for whatever reason, you know, I would be sad for a little bit, but I'm not gonna let other people who don't choose to stay control how I feel every day. I know that's crazy, but it's a big one. It's a big one, because that's how a lot of codependency is made, is by just not being okay without someone else. You wanna be okay alone. So there's that. I am still struggling with some things. I'm not perfect. Like, I'm very impatient, and it's just so hard for me to learn how to be patient. But I'm trying, because that's preventing me from being the best me I can be, is being impatient. I'm not going to talk too much about what I find wrong with myself, because that's not something you should blast all over the internet. But I really hope that you guys sit down with yourself and you ask yourself these questions, because a lot of people don't take the time out of their life to meditate or ask or self-reflect and ask themselves these questions, and then they grow up to be Karens, and they grow up to have this like nasty attitude, and it's awful, because they're either always distracted with their kids or Facebook or work or like all these other hobbies, and they never like sit down and say, hey, how are you doing today? What can we work on? What homework can we give ourselves to be better, to meet new people, and for them to think, wow, there are still good people left in this world, and to not let this world taint your kindness or make you bitter, because it's really sad when people allow that. Don't let yourself get too judgmental. I'm getting way too deep now, but yeah, this book did help me a lot. And then just reading a lot of other books, like The 5 Languages of Love. I highly recommend you guys read that book. I think social media has done a terrible job at portraying the meaning of that book with my 5 love languages is doing this, that, and this. No, I think you guys should really read that book because that's like Bible. Like, it's like a Bible to this life. And it really not only helps you learn how to love your significant other, but it helps you learn and understand your friends and how to love them and your kids or anybody, for you to be able to show them that you love them in the way that they're able to receive that. And it's so beautiful. The first time I ever read that book, I was just like, wow, this is all I've ever wanted. I was never able to formulate the words to express how I felt and what I needed. And that book did an amazing job. And if you're my friend and if I care about you, you've already known I brought this book up because I bring it up to all of my friends if I care about you. I think there's a free audio on YouTube. I'll link it. Please listen to it. Even men, if you're watching this, that book was written by a male psychiatrist who has saved billions of marriages. So please don't let your toxic masculinity prevent you from listening to that audiobook or reading that book because it is freaking amazing. Also, a lot of Mitch Albom's books. I read one that was Tuesdays with Morrie and The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, and those 2 books really helped put this life into perspective for me, what the true meaning of life is. I had heard that there was a study done on people on their deathbed who are dying, actively dying, and they were asked what they thought about, and the majority of those people said that they thought about who they loved and who loved them back. They didn't think about where they've been, where they've traveled to, how much money they've made. They thought about who they've loved in their life and who loved them back in their life. With that being said, I think it's so important for you guys to show the people that you have in your life that you love them in a way that they're able to understand that. Because you can try to show them in your way and they'll never understand because it's not how they receive love. In Tuesdays with Morrie, it's kind of like that. It's about a teacher who is actively dying, I think of MS, I'm not sure, or Alzheimer's, I'm not too sure exactly, I forgot, but they just talk about life and important things in life. And as someone who is in my mid-20s, I always ask people who are older than me like what life advice they have for me, because there's no reason I should be making the same mistake as others. Some mistakes are okay for you to make because you have to make those mistakes to learn. But other mistakes, I don't want to realize when I'm 60. So I really take that advice to heart and I listen. Also, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. It's an amazing book. Really just talks about how like we're all connected, and although you may not know your neighbor, or although you may think the people that you see on vacation or in the store, we're all connected, and the actions that you make in your life could and will affect everyone around you, even 20, 40, 80 years later. And that book is a great story. It talks about the 5 people that this guy met when he died and how they all connected back to his life and made his life the way it was, and how your actions affect everyone's life around you. It's so incredible, you guys. Please read those books, get the audiobooks, but I'm just here to talk life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. I'm gonna leave you with that before I start crying and talking about all this other stuff that you guys probably are so sick of hearing from me. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching this Get Ready With Me. I know it was kind of uneventful. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm not good at makeup, but I just wanted a reason to sit down and talk with you guys. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day. Go be kind to someone. Don't let people piss you off. I love you. Bye.